Okay, so you ever have one of those days where you've got two major deadlines coming up, and that night you've got to finish two projects in one night, and you're kind of stressing out about it because you're not sure which one you should do first, and you're kind of stressed, you're not sure if you're going to have time to do both of them, and so then you're so stressed out about it, you wind up procrastinating both projects until you don't have any time to do both of them, and you can only do one. That was Monday for me. Yeah, it was, I've had the past week actually has been pretty nutty for me. Even yesterday, I actually almost forgot to go to the gym.
Would you believe I almost forgot to go to the gym today?
Yeah, but I did. It was fine. It was good, actually. What I originally had planned for Monday was going to involve a lot more research, which is one of the things that I was stressing out about yesterday. I was like, oh, no. But this definitely bodes some discussion because it follows on some of the things I've talked about before. So take a look at this. This was Sunday, 1,500 calories over, and almost a total of 4,200 calories of food. I did get almost 500 calories of exercise, or bonus calories, right? So yeah, a bit of a mess of a day. I started off on the wrong foot because I was so stressed out and underslept and just overwhelmed with everything that I had to deal with. I wound up eating pretty much my entire day's calories after midnight on Saturday night. All of my calories for Sunday I pretty much already consumed before I even went to bed. So, and then the next day was my mother's birthday. So I took her out to dinner later that evening. We went to go get pizza at our favorite pizza place in Houston, Star Pizza. And there I ate pizza and I had 2 beers. So this is the first time this particular week, I had been under budget most other days, like I have been for the past 6 weeks for the most part. So I had about 900 calories under budget with which to work with. It wasn't enough to cover this, obviously. So the first thing I tried to do was to try to log some of these calories from dinner forward into the next day. So I took about 600 calories off of my dinner from Sunday night and put it into Monday's calories, which would have been fine if I didn't have leftover pizza. So the first thing I did when I woke up Monday was eat the rest of the pizza. I would have continued kicking those calories down the road for the rest of the week, which I didn't want to do. After a certain point, this just starts getting ridiculous. These things are going to happen from time to time, but I was just upset because, as you can see in my history here, this is the first time I've come in over budget weekly in a while, since April 12th. So this was a little upsetting, but this was going to happen sooner or later. And knowing how much I was dealing with stress-wise this past week and how little sleep I was getting, that these things are going to happen under those circumstances. Really, the biggest problem was the stress I was dealing with, because going to dinner with having pizza and beer Sunday night, not a big deal if I hadn't eaten all my calories for the day already. Obviously, I did that because I was so stressed out. I'd also been eating a lot of carbs, processed carbs throughout the week too, which I don't normally do. And that probably contributed to that slippery slope I found myself in on the weekend. So the question is, how do I avoid this, in the future? And I think the answer is not so much, how do I train myself not to eat so much when I'm stressed out? I think the real question is, how can I avoid getting that stressed out? I need to manage my stress better. I need to get more sleep. These are the things that really need to be addressed, because that's just going to happen sometimes, And sometimes when I'm underslept, I need that extra fuel so I don't lose my marbles. But yeah, and this thing I do about logging calories forward, I think it works better when there's only maybe 200 or 300 calories, maybe 500-600 tops. Like I said, it becomes a slippery slope after a while, where it just turns into this cascade of constantly pushing calories forward to the next day. And it's okay when it works. When it doesn't work, it just becomes annoying, because then you get towards the end of the next day and you have no calories left and you're still hungry and you're pissed off at yourself from the previous day. Like, why did you do that? That's why I decided to just go ahead and accept the fact that I went over budget last week and just deal with it. Is it going to throw me off my goal? No, it's not. If I did that every day, yeah, it would. Having said that, I have been getting a little bit frustrated lately because my scale is not going down. And that's originally what I was going to talk about on Monday. It's going to be a continuing topic of discussion, I think. I have a lot of theories. It's really two things. It's that I'm lifting weights a lot more than I did back in 2019. And past month, I haven't been getting as much cardio. I haven't been walking as much. Usually I walk a lot. And this is some data I looked up recently on my activity history from the watch. It seems like I have an average of walking somewhere upwards around 40 to 45 miles a month. And this month so far in May, I've only walked maybe 14, 15 miles. Maybe, well, it's probably more like 17 miles now because I did walk 5 miles last night. The reason I've been walking as much is because my right foot is injured. I think I have plantar fasciitis. I have not gotten it checked out yet, but I need to. I need to talk to my doctor and see if she can refer me to a physical therapist because this has been going on way too long. And plantar fasciitis can do that, as I understand. With some people, it can last for years. I don't want that. But yeah, I have, and there's some videos I've watched recently, and this is the extent of the research I've done. It's like, I really need to look into this. So I watched a couple of YouTube videos. But apparently there have been plenty of studies done that show that the most effective way to burn fat is either cardio or cardio plus weights. Just doing weights does not burn fat quite as quickly and as efficiently as cardio does, or cardio and weights. Apparently cardio and weights, strength training, is the best combination for fat loss. So I think that's the reason why, one of the reasons why the numbers on my scale have not been going down as quickly as I'm accustomed to. But it's also, I think, that I'm gaining muscle, and I have definitely noticed that I'm getting a lot more width up here in my upper chest, which is great. So I'd forgotten what that felt like, and it's a good feeling. But anyway, I needed to just spit this one out. I will see you next time I see you. Bye.